We are two badass queens like those bitches who raised Wonder Woman. We've worked our asses off. We've opened up our own store. We're winning.
We're $493,000 in debt.
What the?
Walk into the room.
Now play to Mia Carter. I'm Clara Luna. I am going to invest $1.7 million on you.
We would love $1 million.
Byrne and Tiffany Haddish, who are dressed in the same color, basically the same style.
This happened yesterday, too.
I'm sure you spoke on the phone, and you...
We didn't.
No, we did not.
Honestly,
we did not.
You don't have to believe us, but it was honest to goodness.
Well, is this what those Claire Luna coins gets us?
We wanted to. This is a big moment for all of us.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here without you guys. Gucci, Gucci,
Gorgeous.
The most Googled man in 2019. Did you know that?
Yes, I mean, do you know it's worldwide? Do you know how many? That's billions of people.
Billy, you have to tell me, how do you come up with these outfits?
So we'd always go to the store, the suit store, and I'd go in and I'd just I'd be able to stand back and pick it. And it was generally the most expensive thing in the store. And my mother said, you have champagne.
So
you got champagne taste on a beer budget, boy.
Can I see that ring? I mean, where do these come from?
My stylist brought them, and I liked them, and I put them on.
Yeah, right?
But in my experience, business and friendship don't always mix.
You don't have to worry your pretty little head.
My head is not little. It's just that my breasts are humongous.
Salma, before you became an actress, before you became the wife of Mr. Gucci, Mr. this, that, whatever, you probably had a job as a waitress, as, starting out job. How was your boss? And how was your relationship with your boss?
Actually, I really didn't need to get a job. And I was in college, and I wanted to work.
As an actor?
No. I was in college studying political science, and I got into college when I was 16. And I still wanted to work. So at 18, when I was legally to work, and I didn't need to work, and at this time I was not an actress yet, I got a job in a retail store because I wanted to. I wanted to feel, to go to get the check. And actually, turns out I'm a fantastic salesperson. And I really loved it. And I started just selling, then I started doing the windows, and then I started buying, and I was the youngest person. And then they were hating me because I was selling a lot. So I said, don't worry. And because I didn't need the job and they did, I said, we're going to split all the sales in equal for everyone. And then they got really lazy and I was doing all the work. So my boss really was great and really loved me and gave me a lot of opportunities but also I was a good employee. And then I never had another job, only as an actress. So, but I've had some really nasty bosses as an actress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've had directors that were awful. I've had producers that were awful, and I also have had actors that were the lead when you're not the lead, that they become the boss of the movie, that were also hard to work with, and I've also had some amazing ones.
How are we going to rebrand for Claire? What is our story? We need to try something new. Let's zhuzh it up a little bit.
Did you just say zhuzh?
We gotta zhuzh it up. Zhuzh.
Before you became actresses, you probably had odd jobs, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember a bad boss?
Yeah. I used to work at an airline. I had a few bad bosses that, the station manager, the supervisors. Yeah, horrible. But I still communicated with them with a smile.
Killed them with compassion. I worked at a restaurant, like a takeaway curry shop, Curry World, and
Curry World, everything curry.
And my boss was really intimidating, yeah. And I eventually did not last long. And then I got a job at Baker's Delight, which is a bakery chain in Australia, and I had a great boss.
I was a babysitter for just about everyone in the neighborhood, and that was, I think that was why I don't have children. But yeah, I've had some bosses that were very, very tough, and
how did you deal with them?
Well, a lot of the times I didn't deal with it very well, and I would slowly let the boss know that I didn't like the job by being late. Clara Luna is introducing a new product at her launch party.
She just wants to steal our ideas.
We gonna break this bitch's back.
Who is the boss at home?
My daughter.
You kidding? Not your husband?
She's so bossy. But we bond. It makes us bond, my husband and I, more. Trying to deal with this little girl.
You kidding?
Yeah, and then we also have a dog that kind of, after my daughter is a dog, then my husband and I.
I was thinking maybe your husband is the boss. He's the third most richest man.
My husband is the smartest, kindest boss I've ever known. He never, ever, no matter what, loses his cool, his temper, and his ability to strategize solutions. And it's really handy to have some balance like that when you're Mexican, Lebanese.
What's the secret to a long marriage, Salma?
You know, I do know what is the secret to a good marriage. When there is a conflict or a difference, we never look for whose fault it was. You never blame. You never say anything nasty. The entire energy goes into finding the solution for the situation as a team. And I think if, like, countries use this, not only relationships or marriages, but like even if countries, instead of like your fault, my father, or the past, forget about all that. How do we solve it? How do we solve it? Don't put the blame, don't analyze. How do we solve it? And if you work together to find the solutions, you get such a sense of triumph together and unity, and I think that's a very important part. You have to also find the right person that completes you, that makes you better, that inspires you to be better. And you have to be in love. And when you are really in love and it's the right person, it's not hard work.
Flip it, drop it, shake it, going down for real.
I punched that bitch in the face.
I would marry you if I was in the coochie.
It's going down for real.